In 2017, Public Health in Menominee County received a grant for their Wise Women program. We gathered a group of our Wise Women participants and community members and asked them, what helps you be healthy in your community? What keeps you from being healthy in your community? We used PhotoVoice, a research method developed by Carolyn Wang at the University of Michigan to help answer these questions. PhotoVoice allows people to record and reflect on their community's strengths and concerns. It encourages dialogue and knowledge about important issues through large and small group discussions of photographs. It reaches out to policymakers and community change makers. The PhotoVoice participants attended a photography class. After the class, we asked them to go out into the community and photograph what they saw in response to the questions that we'd asked them. They came back to the group and they discussed the photos that they had taken and what each of them meant to them. They discovered some common themes, they shared and brainstormed, and here are their answers to those questions. The city of Menominee has so much to offer its residents and also its visitors.
Beautiful historic downtown.
Beautiful waterfronts and great family parks.
Natural beauty of the area.
Lots of family fun activities.
Beautiful curb appeal.
When someone is in need, the community gathers together.
Well, one thing that Menominee has done is put together pamphlets reference to walking areas with information on. And while I appreciate these greatly, I also think that there's people here who, not just the tourists, but the people who live here have no idea that certain areas have better sidewalks, have nice shade trees to take walks on, that are barrier-free. As we went through and took the pictures, of course, we found a few things that, would be a barrier to someone who has a difficult time walking, or one person I had seen was walking with a walker one day, and some of the sidewalks are in disrepair. And so it's just to point out, that these are some areas that would need to be addressed. Other places, the sidewalks are beautiful, long, beautiful, easy, there's no curb at all, nice shaded areas. Two gentlemen were out walking, and I noticed at one point they're walking in the street. That's because at the beginning of the block there's no sidewalk, then the sidewalk starts, and before they're out of that block, the sidewalk ends. I realize it costs money, but I also know that if it's a barrier, people are not walking.
Yo encuentro que es muy saludable caminar y llegar a lugares que ves que algo te representa tu México, como es la bandera.
And also that it represents the stump where you can recycle, you can use different things that make something beautiful. It shows that people here respect their places by recycling and properly throwing their garbage away.
I think we're fortunate we do have a lot of sidewalks. We have a beautiful marina. We also have a lighthouse that has a walkway, and they just put in a beautiful bike run along near the lighthouse. But there's some vacant buildings that I think are a hazard too. The Emerson is in a nice location, but it has broken out windows, which is, I think, very unsafe. Also, the Grant School is on a beautiful piece of property, and it's just wasted space, and it's near the Hay Creek Apartments, which have numerous children. I just think that land could be better used. How they have revitalized the two Lloyd buildings, because before it was very dangerous to even walk down there because there was falling bricks out of some of those buildings. They're just gorgeous, and they make the city so much more appealing. To fight a little bit more with flowers or shrubbery to at least make these businesses look a little more attractive.
The buildings in our area where there's big empty walls with a beautiful mural.
There's, a smoke shop right when you enter the city. There's I think there's at least 3-4 smoke shops, and I think that just sends a bad message.
We have a serious problem with prescription and other drugs in our community. There has been an influx of illegal drugs to our area over the past year that affects our entire community.
Last year, we were at Hennis Park, and on a picnic table, we did notice a heroin needle, which was right out where children were playing. And so, I know they have found them on the beach as well.
When I asked local residents of Menominee County what the biggest barrier to living a healthy lifestyle was, the #1 answer was alcohol. Everywhere you go, they sell alcohol. However, there's only one AA meeting in the area.
We are very fortunate that we do have the Al-Anon services.
The community needs to take a no-nonsense attitude, finding and prosecuting the dealers, and get addicts the help they need to overcome their addiction. There is not enough support for those who need it.
Living in rural mid-Menominee County, people have to plan carefully for their basic needs. We don't ask where's the cheapest gas, we ask what's open when I need to buy gas, which leaves us with the local convenience stores, where we are offered some not so healthy options. Both Stevenson and Powers finally got a fast food restaurant. Fortunately, they chose the most healthy one. I do not have the time or money to drive to the city to work out, so I do what a lot of us do. I run down a country road. Simply spend $20 or less at Walmart and get a yoga ball and a yoga mat or some stretchy bands and work out in your house whenever you can. We're fortunate to have Roble in the area. This not only employs a lot of people, but it's a gathering place. A lot of people volunteer. A problem for a lot of people in mid-Menominee County is we are low income. The incomes are less than what the average is nationally.
There are so many tempting, unhealthy choices when we go grocery shopping. The need to improve our nutrition is great.
We are very fortunate to have churches that do run pantries, and there are kids programs out there that are helping underprivileged children. The senior center and the health department, which offer many services.
Everybody works together to make sure if someone is sick or in need, they get some help.
So to have benches along a walking trail would be real encouraging for people.
How can we be more aware of the needs of our community members and know how to reach out to them and include them?
The power of change with one person and a camera.
All change, when it comes to bettering a community, starts with a small group of people sitting in a room and discussing and sharing ideas.
How do we bring neighbors together? I have lived in communities where everyone knew everyone, watched out for each other, interacted with each other, and socialized with each other.